I'm playing that default. I don't put it on my phone because one I can't even.
Have three things in common when they're young. Those are bedwetting until a
PC.
later age.
Oh my god!
75%
Pebble!
of the time,
No,
and
sorry,
cruelty to
Toodles.
animals.
No, Pebble.
Okay, so lots of
If it was
kids
Pebble,
do this,
we're already
and they
on
turn out to be nice people who would not dream of seriously hurting
If it
anyone.
was Pebble, we would be
Excessive
on like
cruelty
floor
to
7.
animals could be a sign that
Oh
someone is
god.
taking their anger out on vulnerable things due to the humiliation they suffered in childhood. Stable kids don't generally set cats on fire.
I gotta stay.
Still, this
I
might
gotta
not be a sign
stay.
someone will kill
Why am I
humans.
moving so
They
fast?
might become very
I
self-aware
gotta
and
stay.
ashamed of their
How are
actions and
you?
begin to
Give
understand
me.
why they did it.
Toodles
The author
research.
Peter Vronsky, who's arguably the world's most renowned writer about
Wow.
serial killers, has said with many of the killers
I'm
he's
lagging
researched,
so
there
much
are
that
many themes that
my
cross over.
account's
He
going
kept to
really
himself
fast.
is the refrain you so often hear about serial
Wait,
killers.
what?
It's uncommon for a serial killer to
Yeah,
be judged
sorry,
completely
sorry,
dead,
Ghosting.
at least in court,
Get away.
because people
What
don't
do you
want this
mean?
person to ever
Get
see
away.
the light of day
Join
again
us,
on the
join us,
outside
I
if
just
they're
like
released from a mental institution. American serial killer Herbert
They really
Mullen,
make
for
that.
instance, thought God was telling him to kill people to prevent earthquakes from happening, which made the victims cut out her organs and then
who
spread
died?
her intestines around
Was
branches
that
in some
Pebble?
woods. He then inspected them for signs of
Come on.
pollution because he'd been
Wait.
told by the voices in his head that she was infected
Come
by
on,
the devil.
brother.
Experts now agree he was without a doubt experiencing intense hallucinations because he had a bad case of paranoid
That guy.
schizophrenia. Are there signs
You
that
got
this
to be
happens?
kidding me.
That's
There's only like
difficult to say. But if you meet someone
88
about the end of the world and the fact
for
forces of evil are
a
doing
box
things
of chocolate.
only they understand.
I
it
only
could
had
be a sign,
32.
especially if that person
What
is
do you
lost and what he
mean?
says is very frightening, or they might be inhuman.
So yeah, go to
Just
the
recently,
floor
a
one.
British man killed his neighbor after a long
Yeah,
time
I
suffering
hate
from
your
paranoid
store.
delusions. He believed his
You can
neighbor
go-
was spreading
you
the
can-
COVID virus for Russian President Vladimir Putin, and he also thought he was under surveillance by NASA,
That's
the
what you
CIA, and the FBI. In 2019, he was detained under the
Alright.
First Mental Health Act, but he was released in 2020.
First up, pop
In
it.
2021, he
Pop
shot his
it.
neighbor to death and later died in a high-speed police chase.
Hey, Shippo.
This is what his
Oh, God.
father said
Oh
about
god.
it. Alex was mentioning
Run,
NASA,
run,
the FBI,
Shippo,
and the military. In
run.
the end, I think he thought he was
Wait,
some
he's
sort of
so-
superhero. He was always talking about Putin. He got really bad at one point. You cannot speak to him without him saying something about torture and that people were spying on him. So if you know anyone like this, give them some help, or at least give them a wide berth for a while. Such signs are something to be concerned about. Then there's a lack of conscience. Sometimes for an act someone has done, but also sometimes when they've witnessed something terrible. This could be related to psychopathy, but we say could with emphasis. So don't go thinking just because your friend laughs at news reports in which people die, you could soon be a killer. It's just a trait of some killers. In fact,
I'm just doing a machine, and that's pretty easy.
The question a lot of people ask is, are we all capable of murder? It's a very difficult question.
Or
because
whatever.
You could take a person who has never committed a severe violent act, but
What?
many things come together
I
at the
played
wrong
Daddy's
place
Road
at
now.
the wrong time. A lot of
It's
people who
cool.
killed say they don't remember doing it, as if they were temporarily blinded by rage. If you look closer, it's likely this person had been under tremendous amounts of stress. They might have childhood trauma issues, and
Alright,
possibly due
I'm
to
done.
a head injury, their prefrontal cortex might not be working the way other
puppy,
people's
puppy.
do. Most of you will have the ability to use that bit of the brain and push back more animal instincts, but some people might not be
Why do I
able to
keep
do
calling
that.
Poppy
There's a
Poppy?
lot of research that says trauma in childhood might affect
they
how
always have the same
prefrontal cortex
names.
develops. And
Okay,
since
got
neglect
two
and
Shrimpo.
violence can be linked to poverty in
Hey,
childhood,
now I
this
do
might
it
be
well.
one of the
I'm not
reasons
better,
why
so.
more murders happen among poorer communities. An early sign of this could simply be
Oh,
someone
God.
you know who flies up into a rage very easily and seemingly cannot be brought out of it. We're not saying that
Brother.
killers,
Run.
but it's likely
Run,
they have
brother.
more chance
Run.
of killing than someone who seems to
Run.
have solid control over their emotions. We have morals and reasoning and a conscience, but we also have rage circuits in our brains that were developed a long time ago. As many scientists have pointed out, we are hardwired to snap. Nonetheless, we generally don't snap and
I got one heart.
it
Can somebody
usually
help?
takes that perfect storm,
Can somebody help?
or we should say
Can somebody help?
imperfect storm to
I took
blow
like
into
2
our lives.
damage.
At times, we may
Oh,
need to snap in
yay.
order to protect ourselves and others,
Right.
but unfortunately, snapping for some people happens not
No
in
one.
self-defense.
Okay, great.
As one scientist put it, the modern world presses on the defense mechanism circuitry in ways that can lead to misfires. Try to be good, people. Don't misfire.
Poppy's coming this
It's
way.
April 21st, 2005 at 88 Florence, America's Supermax prison.
I'm
Located
gonna go
deep
this
in the
way. I'm
Colorado
gonna go
mountains,
here.
and also
to
known
get
as the
stamina up, even
Alcatraz
though
of the Rockies.
it's
Inmates
like
there spend 23 hours a day in soundproof 7 by 12 foot cells, designed to prevent them
It's
from
like
making any
3 to
meaningful
4.
contact with the outside world, or with each other. It's where the most violent and dangerous inmates in the country are
I don't
housed,
care.
and because of this, the staff takes extreme
Just
measures
my
to ensure the
stamina.
prisoners' safety. including
Because
constant video
I am
surveillance,
scared if I
especially when
die.
they gather outside for recreation time. And on this particular day, despite everything being seemingly routine that morning, the guards noticed something odd.
Okay,
There in the
I can
back
run.
corner of the yard, an area surrounded by 12-foot-high concrete walls, topped with razor wire, was an inmate, lying bloodied and motionless. But how could a prisoner in the most controlled prison in the U.S.
Because I almost died.
It turned out that murder had been caught on camera.
It tastes
Why
heavy.
did it take
Film
nearly 10
machines
years
by
to
5
solve?
seconds.
This is what we're going to find out. Jose
5
Leon,
seconds.
a guard at ADX Florence, arrived
5,
at his job watching
4,
security monitors
3,
just after 7 a.m. After his partner showed up, they ensured all the monitors were recording and then began scanning for anything suspicious. You see, rec time is where the inmates go about a lot of their illicit business. This is because inmates at ADX Florence spend almost the entire day flutter, with sliding doors operated
That little
remotely by
moth.
the guards. Every cell has its own narrow slit of a window, angled so that the sky is the only thing visible, preventing inmates from establishing any kind of connection to the outside world.
I died.
Meals are delivered through small slots, and showers are automated within a